Morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, today I'm actually having real coffee. Um, it's pumpkin spice. I thought it's a perfect day for pumpkin spice. It's only 46 degrees out today, and it was chilly when I woke up. So I lit my little fireplace and turned on my electric fireplace to try and warm up the house a little bit because it was only 66 degrees. So I'm testing out, going into fall now, I'm testing out some of the prepper things that I have and trying to figure out what's working and what's not working, what I still need. I don't know. I hope that in a couple months the Shtf doesn't hit, doesn't hit the fan, but you never know. So I would rather be prepared. That's just my motto. But anyway, so I'm liking my little fireplace, my tabletop fireplace. I'll show that to you in a minute. But I realized yesterday when the power went out, yesterday was a day. Oh my gosh. I know one of my viewers was complaining that I'm whining because I don't have money. Seriously. But anyway, I realized the power was out when I got up, and it's like, well, how am I going to make my coffee? Because I do like a cup of coffee when I first wake up. So I thought, I really don't have anything to make coffee in. So I'm going to purchase a stovetop percolator. And they're not expensive. They're like under $20 you can get them for, unless you buy an expensive one, but that's up to you. But anyway, so I had no power in the morning. Luckily, it did come on. It wasn't off too long. I guess it went out at 3 in the morning, my daughter was telling me, and then it came back on around, must have been around 8 o'clock. So that wasn't too bad. So I was able to make my coffee, but it got me to thinking that I couldn't really make any coffee if I didn't have anything to make it in. So then the day went on, and now I have no hot water in my kitchen sink, my utility sink, or to my washing machine, because yesterday when I was putting some of my preps away, I went in the basement and I heard water running, which I didn't hear up here. Usually when there's water running, I can hear it throughout the house. But I couldn't hear it until I actually went in the basement. And I don't go into my basement every day. You know, it can be days where I don't go down there. So I went down there and it's like, I hear water running. So I checked the outside faucet. That wasn't the culprit. And it was running, it sounded like right behind, I have a little bathroom down there, and it was running like right behind the sink. And it's like, oh no, there must be a burst pipe or a hole in the pipe or a leak in the pipe. And the wall was getting wet, and then the floor started getting wet. So I think I caught it kind of early, but it must have had a slow leak for a while, because I noticed there's mold growing on the wall now. So now I have to have the wall taken out and the drywall replaced, and it's like, oh my God. So it's probably a good thing that the deck is postponed till spring. So if I'm whining, I apologize. But yeah, yesterday really got me thinking about, am I really ready if something happens for whatever? You know, do I have enough stuff prepared? And I have quite a bit of prep stuff. But it's those little things. And so that's why I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to try and live off-grid for a day and see how I do. So anyway, yeah, that was my fun day yesterday. And yes, I'm whining, and so what? Anyway, this morning I tried again putting a little tiny bit of baking soda. I put too much in the other day, so now I'm trying just a little tip of baking soda, maybe an eighth or a quarter of a teaspoon, and see how that tastes. So I keep a little jar of baking soda handy, so I don't have to get the big box out. So anyway, my grandson tried the pumpkin spice yesterday, and he said he really liked it. He said it was very pumpkin-y. So I'm going to put some chocolate creamer in it because that's what he did, and he said it was really good. So I'll put some of that in. Yeah, so I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to test out your plans. Give them a test before you actually have to have it. So I did go ahead and order that pizza oven. It was like on a really good sale. And then on top of that, I had about $20 in points. So the little pizza oven ended up costing me $70-ish. So that's something that it's for outside. It uses a butane canister. So that would be something that I could use if I can't use my air fryer or my microwave. So, you know, it's a good idea to have things to cook in. And my grill is electric, so that doesn't help. So I went ahead and got that. And it'll be part of my outdoor kitchen, which I want to make for next year. So cheers, let's give the pumpkin spice a taste. I've got my granny shawl on because it's cold in here. That is very good. So, okay, well, there is my tale of woe for this morning. And I'm sure that bathroom is going to cost at least a couple $1,000s to have it fixed. Because, yeah. Anyway, upward and onward, life happens, and we go on. So I will meet you over there at the budget book, which I'm going to totally have to blow up, and I'm not happy about that. Well, here is how I'm warming up my kitchen this morning. I have a little tiny tabletop fireplace, and it runs on indoor fuel. So I'm practicing what if the power goes out. So I'm going to see how long this burns. I didn't fill up the whole chamber. There was still a little left in there. And I have 2 of these. So there is my indoor fireplace, and I really like it. Okay, well, here I am back at my budget book. Yesterday I did spend money. I bought a bunch of provisions for my stockpile, canned goods. So I bought it for the winter. We're supposed to have a bad winter this year. I've mentioned that before. And I want to be prepared with having enough food in the house. And hopefully that won't be paired with any other problems that may occur this fall. So I did go ahead and spend money yesterday, and I'll probably spend money this month on some other things that I need for staying safe in my house in case I need to be housebound for whatever reason. I want to make sure I have everything I need. So like I said yesterday, with the power being out and also my hot water, I'm not totally out of hot water because I have the pipes to other sinks and things is still working. It's just the one pipe that blew. Unfortunately, that was also connected with my kitchen sink. So I won't have any hot water there, but I do have cold water, so I can always heat it up. That's not a problem. But, I'm starting to think I'm not a camper. I mean, I've camped in the past, many years ago when I was a young woman. We used to camp once in a while. But I honestly think the people that go camping are going to fare much better than those of us that are getting elderly and are always in our house with the conveniences of being in our house. So I have to do a little practicing on using a little less of my appliances and things. Now, if I had a generator, then, I could use my small appliances because they don't draw a whole lot of voltage from the generator. So I'm really going to get serious about finding a good generator for me that I can use indoors. I do have a gas generator, a very small one, that I could hook up to my freezer that's in the garage. But, of course, with that being gas-powered, I'd have to make sure I have enough gasoline, for one thing. And another thing, I would have to make sure that there's a spot outside where I could put it, which I have. I have a patio out there I can put the generator on. So, but since it's so small, I'm sure it will be running out of fuel quite often. But at least it would be enough to keep things cold out there. And if the power goes out in the winter, the garage gets pretty cold anyway, so I think the food out there would be okay. But I need something to run my freezer in the house. So it tells me that I really need to cut back on some of my freezer food, especially the food that I have in the house here, because like one of my viewers, Laura, suggested to get chest freezer, not chest freezers, what do you call them? You put the ice in them. Well, anyway, I'm having a senior moment. And then I can put things in there. And I actually have a lot of those ice packs that you freeze. I don't have them in the freezer now because I have food in there, but I definitely will keep cooking down my freezer and put some of those ice packs in there to replace the food that I've cooked, because those would come in handy rather than having to go out and buy ice constantly. So I'm talking about the ice packs that you freeze, and those last for quite a while, and then you don't have your food swimming in melted ice either. So I think I'll get another cooler, that's what you call them. I think I will get another cooler, and I actually, if I had a generator, I have a cooler. It's electric, but I could plug it into a generator, and it will keep food cold. And I used to take that to the boat with me to put my food in, because the refrigerator that my ex Tom had was always full of his food, so there wasn't much room for me to, put my food in. And he wasn't vegetarian, so I always had to take my own food there. So anyway, that's a different story from a different life. But yeah, so I'm very slowly thinking of scenarios where, what if this and what if that. And also, if you do some of these things every once in a while and unplug and live a little bit more off-grid, you can save a lot of money doing that. So I guess that's my goal, is kind of learning to live off-grid for a little bit and see how that goes. So, yeah, it's really nice having all the conveniences and things like that, but you know, with all the wars breaking out and, you know, all the other unrest, it's probably a good idea to, if you need to have a shelter-in-place plan. So that's what I'm doing, and, you know, I'm not living in fear, not at all. I'm not anxious about it. I'm not worried about it because I have a plan. So, but I want to make sure that my plan is actually viable rather than, oh, I forgot about this or I forgot about that. So, yeah, I need to make sure my plan is viable. So anyway, I still need to stock up on some canned fruit. I'm good with vegetables now. I have quite a bit. I mean, it's not going to last me forever, obviously. And I hope if something does happen, that's not going to last forever either. Like the snowstorms, usually if you're stuck in your house, it's for a few days until the snow plows can catch up and get everything plowed and you can get out of your driveway and hopefully go to the store if you need to, or have things delivered to your house. So I'm glad I have Walmart delivery service, and I will continue to have that. I paid half price for it when they had a sale, and so I'll continue to use that even if I have to pay the $98 or whatever it is to continue with the service. Now, I know there's a lot of other services that you can pay for. You know, there's Instant Card and all that other stuff, but I don't order food out, and I don't have food delivered from Aldi's or any of the other stores. I think maybe Target is on there and stuff, but you know, down the road I can always sign up for that if that's what I want to do. But for now, the Walmart delivery is good enough because Walmart's prices are still better than a lot of the other grocery stores. So I'm good with that. So, excuse me. So, you know, even if you're in an apartment, you can try a little bit living off-grid if you want to. Now, some of the things that I'm gathering need to be used outside, which is fine. So I have a plan to have an outdoor kitchen out there, just a very small one. I'll have a pizza oven out there. I can use my little portable stove out there, but my particular little portable stove I can use indoors or outdoors, and I searched on Amazon for a while to make sure that it was safe to use indoors. So anyway, that's my plan, and hopefully I'll get it all together. But I think sometimes I was watching a video quite a while ago from Prepper Princess, who has a lot of really good information on her channel. And she was saying, I mean, you know, these generator companies, they're always sending her e-bikes and generators and all that stuff. And she is extremely well prepared because she lives a lot of her life kind of off-grid anyway. Very, very frugal. And she said even she wasn't totally prepared when they had a power outage wherever it is she lives. I think she lived in California, then she moved to, I think it was Colorado. I don't remember, but I think she's back in California now. So, but anyway, you know, that's a good channel to watch if you want to learn a little bit. Oh, there's so many channels, good channels on prepping, and I know they used to laugh at us. It's like, you look at those people, they're prepping for, you know, and now it's like a thing. So, be careful who you're laughing at, because you might end up exactly in the spot that they're in. It's like the conspiracy theorists, oh, this didn't happen and that didn't happen, and, and then it's like, you've got egg on your face because, well, yeah, they were onto something. They were a little smarter than I was. So, yeah, I'm all about conspiracy theories. When I hear about something, I go and check it out, and then I make my own decision whether I think it's a conspiracy theory or whether it's actually something that might be going on that they don't want you to know about. So anyway, that's my budget chat for today, and I hope you guys are prepping at least a little bit. And, if you don't need it, well, you can always use it up. It's not money wasted. It's money that you have, that you bought things at the price it is today, and if it goes up another 50% tomorrow and the packaging goes down 50%, you'll still have saved money. So, okay, that's it on the budget for today. Well, this morning I had bought mushrooms when I went to Aldi's, and I love mushrooms, and I also had a little bloom of lion's mane mushrooms, so I added those to the button mushrooms, and I'm just cooking that up, maybe for dinner, or I can have it later on for breakfast or whatever. So I'm just cooking up these mushrooms. Yummy! So dried mushrooms is something that you can stock up on. Mushrooms have a lot of nutrition in them. They taste great. You can add them to tons of dishes. So I have a lot of dried mushrooms, and sometimes when I buy mushrooms and they, I kind of forget about them for a while, and so then what I do is I just dry them, and I can make a mushroom powder out of them. I add it to some of my vegan meats, and it's a good thing to stock. And dried mushrooms are expensive, so you can always dry your own. And another thing I want to stock up on is actually seasoned salt, because seasoned salt has a lot of other ingredients in it, spices and things. So I'm going to at least buy a couple more of these and keep those in my stash. And I got these at Dollar Tree. I'm sure the containers now are smaller than this, but it's still a good price. I'm going to buy more seasoned salt. I went back to Dollar Tree this morning, and I bought some more provisions for my stash. I mainly went for healthcare things, but I did pick up some food as well. So everything there is just getting so small, and the prices are going up. You have to kind of be careful. Is it $3? Is it $5? Or is it $1.25? So you have to be mindful of that. So anyway, this is what I picked up. I wanted to try these potato ranch shreds. That sounded good, so I thought I would try those. There's 2 in there, $1.25. Then I got 2 of these Cinnamon Toast Crunch cake mixes. Years ago I used to buy a cinnamon cake that was really good, and they quit making it, so I wanted to try these. I thought I could even maybe try this in a mug cake. I don't know. Then, like I said, I wanted to stock up on more canned fruit. I have no idea if this brand is any good, so I only got 2 fruit cocktails and light syrup, and their price was comparable to Walmart. So I'll get some more at Walmart. They didn't have a whole lot of canned foods there this time. I think they're finding out $1.25 for a can is too much for their beans and stuff. But the fruit cocktail was around the same price as Walmart. Then I got these 2 peanut butters, and I like these little jars, because that way when I open them up I can't eat them that fast. So I got 2 of those just to keep on, reserve. I also have peanut butter powder that I can use. So I got those. And for dinner tonight, I think I made those mushrooms. So I think I want to try and make a stroganoff, like a mushroom stroganoff. And this is a complete dinner mix. I'm going to try it. I only bought one. Then I bought seasoning salt, but it's not the same as the other one was. And this one does have MSG in it, which, that doesn't bother me. A little bit of that won't hurt me. So it's controversial. Some people say it's fine. Other people say, no way, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So, who knows? So I still got 2 of those because I looked on Walmart and they were quite a bit more expensive. I got this biscuit mix that I want to try to make in my little dash pie maker. I thought that would be fun. So I got that, and I got these Perfectly Pumpkin limited edition. I thought I'd try some pumpkin cookies. They're like sugar cookies. So I got those. I got some more lentils because lentils are very high in protein, and I can make a lot of things with lentils. Veggie burgers, lentil soup, just plain old lentils and rice, all kinds of things. So, but they're only 12 ounces now, so they keep shrinking. So I thought I would stock up on some more lentils. Even though I have lentils, I got more. I got this yellow mustard. I think I only have one in reserve, and I used one up. So I got another one of those. I got another one of this Perform vitamin water. I like these. It's a big bottle, so it lasts quite a while. Then I thought I would try this deluxe mac and cheese from there. I usually get it from Aldi's, but I thought I would try this one. And I got a 2-pack of just the cheese sauce that I can make with just elbow macaroni if I want. And I got 1 Velveeta. So this is $1.25 and this is $1.25 for 2, but I have no idea if it tastes good or not. I have to try it. So that's all the food that I got at Dollar Tree today. But I still have some healthcare products, creams and lotions and things that I picked up just to have. All right, I also ended up getting a couple of non-essentials. So I like to read these little periodical magazines. Delish and Divine, it's got some nice recipes in there. Family favorite casseroles. 5-ingredient cookbook. It's got a lot of vegetarian dishes in it, but even if it has meat in it, I substitute something, either tofu or TVP or soy curls or some other meat replacement product. And then Ready, Set, Bake had some good recipes in there. So I like to look at these in the evening when I'm relaxing and get some ideas. They also had these cute little glass jars. So I got one of those. I thought I could put some tea in there. And then I was kind of surprised they have these big 11 by 14 frames. And so I have a couple of paintings of mine that I'd like to put in there. So I got those, and I didn't have to have those. Like I said, they're non-essential, but, what the heck. Okay, I picked up this little sign. He's got the blue jeans on, which goes with my wreath. And I also picked up some orange sunflowers that I'm going to put in here for the fall. And it's a wreath that I made last spring. So I thought I would just decorate my door a little bit, and I still have not painted it, which I want to do before winter comes in. And it's like a minty green color that I want to paint it. I think it'll look nice with the blue. So I got that. That was $1.25. I'm not doing too much with the decorations for the fall. I may get a couple of small pumpkins and put them in here. I have 2 of those. Just set those in there with some leaf sprays or something. I don't know yet. I might not. And there's Old Glory. We need to preserve Old Glory. So anyway, I got that as a little fall decoration. Okay, here is the last of my Dollar Tree stuff that I hauled. I got some more of this vitamin A and D ointment. That's nice if you ever need to do something with your skin. Soothes dry, flaky skin, so I got some of that. That's good for baby butts too. So I got that. Now, that was $1.25 still. Now, this bacitracin they used to have for $1.25, and now it's $3. It's a different brand, so I guess they aren't going to get the $1.25 one in anymore. But I got 2 of these because, you know, if you injure yourself, you don't want to get an infection. So I got that. I got this, was $1.25. And it's for daytime cold and flu relief. So it's liquid form. Yesterday I got a couple of these in pill forms, day and night, but I thought this might come in handy. This pain relief balm, this morning I put that on my base of my thumbs because they're always sore, and it seemed to have worked. So I got 2 more of those. I got one day before yesterday, and I wanted to try it out first. So that works fine. So I have a couple backups because it's a really small container, but you don't need much. So for more skin issues, I got, just in case, some eczema cream and some psoriasis cream because, you know, you could get a rash from poison ivy or something like that. And in a pinch, I think that would work, but do your own research. Same with this anti-itch cream. I think this works pretty well. And this was still $1.25. These were all $1.25. These, and this was $3. And then this was also $1.25. This lidocaine patch. I want to put this on my neck because my neck is starting to bother me from lifting things. So I want to see if this works. And we'll see. Then they also had 91% alcohol. So that was $2. So I picked that up. It's a really small bottle, but I don't want to run out of alcohol. So I still have some, but thought I'd get an extra bottle. Then I saw this, they have powdered bleach, which I thought would be a good thing to keep on hand. Not just for laundry, but I was thinking for maybe cleaning if there's an emergency and you need to, you know, sterilize things. So I picked one of those up. It's not a super huge box, but it's not real tiny, so I'll keep that handy in case I run out of liquid bleach. I thought this would be easier to store. Then I got another bottle of hand sanitizer. I like to keep sanitizer in the car, and whenever I come out of a store, I put it on my hands. So I'm not over the top with the sanitizer, but I do like to do that after I've been, you know, holding on to a shopping cart and touching every product in the store. I like to use that. And I know people that when COVID first came out, they sanitized everything. If they had delivery, they sanitized all their products. I never did that. You know, the most I ever did was use hand sanitizer, and it's been working fine. And then I picked up this Lysol, makes 5 gallons, and I guess they don't carry the, oh, what's the other one? Oh, I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember right now, but Pine Sol, that's what it is. I've looked the last couple times, and Pine Sol isn't there anymore. A lot of their products are disappearing, and they're replacing them with other things. So, well, that's just the way it goes. So, that was my Dollar Tree haul for my stock up, and I still have a couple more things that I want to get for my winter stock up, and then I shouldn't have to really shop for much of anything except for like fresh produce or cheese, but everything else should be pretty good. The canned stuff, things like flour, sugar, salt, you know, all the staples. I have plenty of that now. So I'm hoping not to spend more than $400 for the whole winter on all of this stuff. So, okay, that's it for my haul. I have to try and remember to keep my dishes washed because I have no hot water in the kitchen sink. So I'm not used to that. I stick everything in the dishwasher and run that a couple times a week, but I can't get this fixed until next weekend. So, yeah, I have to remember to keep the dishes washed. So, all right, well, I guess I better get washing. I'm going to take all these things out of their box and put them all in a shoe box to store. And the dishes are all done. Yay! I'm not used to washing dishes by hand anymore. I haven't done that, probably since the 70s. Well, okay, it's only like 68 degrees, but it's very pleasant out. The sun's shining. There isn't a whole bunch of cold wind blowing by like yesterday. Very nice day. I could go out and do some things in the garden, but I have things I have to put away in here. Now that I bought all this stuff, it has to be put away. So the next 3 days it's going to warm up a little bit again, so I'm hoping to get most of the garden stuff done next week. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So that's all for today's video, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.